What is going on, people, and welcome to Man Knows Football. You are here with Guni and Younes straight after an absolute battering, a battering from pillar to post. Chelsea have just done Norwich 7-0 at the Bridge. I'm going to put it in there straight away. We're not going to get super carried away. It is Norwich. They are in absolute crisis form. 2 points in 9 games. That is just diabolical. Daniel Farke, it's just written on in the stars, isn't it? It's surely it's over for him, man. Especially after today. Like, if we're not the ones to do it to him, then he might be more titanium than Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, seriously. But obviously, before we get into the content, make sure you do like, share, subscribe, leave your thoughts down there in the comments as well. And Younes, a lot of my subscribers have asked me to address this. Obviously, I know you're not involved, but there are many other voices that have the same sort of opinion. Chelsea cannot score enough goals. Chelsea are 10 men behind the ball. Man City and Liverpool can hit 5, 6, 7 goals past teams. Chelsea can't do that, especially without their 2 strikers. Well, here we are. Younes. Anyway, listen, I know you've done your preview, but over here, you get me, bro. We're uncensored over here. Say whatever you want to say about the game because the scoreline really speaks for itself, bro.
Mate, where are they now? Like I hear crickets. No, honestly, I was of this motion as well during the game. Whilst I was even doing the watch along, I was like, yeah, it's Norwich. Right, fair enough, it's Norwich. But when you're playing a team in that sort of crisis or in that sort of bad form, even during a season, even if you're a top team, you expect what? A 4-0 win? Maybe a 5. If you beat a team 7-0, regardless of what they are, regardless of how they're playing, you have done something right. Not just right, you've done something marvellous. 7-0 doesn't come every week, even against the lower teams, even against the Norwich that are struggling. So, yeah, maybe some Oppo fans, maybe some, Arsenal, United, City, Liverpool might look at this and go, you played Norwich. Like, if you not had played Norwich, you wouldn't have won 7-0.
Facts.
I don't think you would have.
Big facts.
I mean? You could maybe you'd look at Liverpool and City and you'd look at them and maybe the ones that are capable of that, especially Liverpool. I don't think City would do it. I think Liverpool have a shot at doing that. But apart from that, no one else is doing it. Not 7. So we've done something good today. Something very, very good. And as you said, we didn't have Werner. We didn't have Lukaku. Lukaku mainly. We didn't have Kante. We didn't have Aspi, club captain. He was on the bench. He was rested. Cobham Inc. came in and smashed these lads 7-0. Cobham Inc. So
absolutely. And we're going to touch on Cobham Inc. We're going to leave the star man, Mr. Hat-trick Hero, till last. Obviously, what a game he had. But the first player I definitely want to touch on is Callum Odoi, because many of us were crying out for him to get his opportunity. Now that the injuries presented themselves, we was crying to see Callum Odoi in that left wing position. And literally, it reminded me of a sprinter in an Olympic final. As soon as that whistle went on the word go, we was just ping straight forward, and Callum Odoi just brought the impetus straight to Chelsea, man. He was just direct. He just saw that he wanted it. There was an opportunity. Havertz actually made a nice little drawback very early into the game, and I was crying for Odoi to take that space. But that was the only criticism aside from that I had from him. But he did everything that we wanted. He was confident going forward. He was isolating those defenders. He was going for them one-on-one. The weight of his pass was on point today. Everything was on point, man. Callum, what a performance from him. But like Younes, do you think like this could be the start of Callum getting his chances consistently down that position?
He hasn't got a choice. This was it. When the injuries happened, we looked at this and went, Hudson-Odoi is going to get game time now on his left-hand side that he wants, but he's got to take the chance. This is probably the one solid opportunity he's going to get. If you don't take this and the lads come back, it's going to be even harder. Right now, he's doing it. He's perfect. He's perfect. Keep this up. Just keep this up. And when the lads come back, Tuchel will have the biggest headache of his life. He'll be looking at this going, oh, man, what do? Do I bring these lads in? Callum, he's smashed it. He's getting goals. He's contributing. He looks a threat. I can't take him out of the team. It's up to Callum to do that. Today, he done everything that we wanted of him. The one criticism we all had of Callum in previous games and at the start of the season and even last season was his final product. What he would do when he reaches the box, when he makes that final pass, when he takes that final shot. Today, he done all of it perfectly.
Yes.
His passes in the final third were spot on. His movement was great. He was running in behind. He was dribbling. He was direct. He was shooting. And he scored a great goal. I can't ask for more than that. So if he does that game by game, and I think this is why Tuchel's a little bit hard on him, because if you get this Callum Hudson-Odoi week in, week out against any opposition, he'll turn into one of the best wingers in world football.
Absolutely.
And I think Tuchel knows that, but he's trying to get that out of him. And I think he wants him to be hungry and have that spirit of, I'm not going to give up. I know I've got competition, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to push myself. And today was the biggest sign that he's on the right track. So yeah, great performance from Callum, man. Top performance.
I know he's not a Cobham product, but I have to throw in this man. You know how much I love Rudiger. Listen, you just saw him again on his just relentless, this guy, he's just relentless and he just wants his goal so badly. I was screaming at the TV, Younes. I
love this guy.
Please give him the penalty. Please let him take the penalty.
I'd love to see that take it.
Mate,
Ruben time it.
I would have knee slided across my whole house had Rudiger got that goal. I just want him to get a goal, man. Obviously, it would be better for him to get it in open play, but I just want him to score. But it's just like, listen, aside from that, just looking at him from a tactical perspective, he's just come leaps and bounds. It's just showing that he's such a complete player because if you want to talk about a defender that brings the ball from the back, the way he does, there's nobody in world football doing it like him. He's picking it up like he's just a Brazilian, just like, okay, cool. I'm just going to go through every single one of you, and then I'm just going to try and have a shot and have a go. And he's just done it. But today he done it. He was even up front, man. You could see him, the 1-2s. Yeah. He's on the wavelength. It's just like, are you a striker? Okay, I know what you are. You're a defensive striker. That's what we'll give you.
Mate, I think all our defenders are defensive strikers.
Mate,
every single defender except Sarr has scored this season.
Yeah, that's it. We've got to shoehorn Sarr in there, man.
It's crazy. Yeah, we've got to throw him in. But Rudiger's something else, and this is why anytime he does something now, I'm watching the game, the first thing I say, sign him up. Give him the contract.
Immediately.
Give him the contract back. He wants 200k, I'll give you 250.
Immediately.
Do what you got to do, bro. Just sign him to a deal because this guy is unreal. Every time he goes on one of those mad runs, it's not even a case of he's just bold enough to do it. It's the way he does it. He runs like a horse. He runs like a horse. One stride is like from here to like, well, you're familiar with South London. It's like from here to Clapham. It's mad. It's like it's crazy. So I see Rudiger do that, and he does it every single game now. He has that confidence, and he's got that drive, and he's got that physicality. He gets forward, he takes shots, he does all sorts. He does everything right. I love him to bits.
I will say it's little signs like that make me see like it just makes sense for him to stay. Do you know what I mean? Because like the way he galvanizes the squad and the way the fans just respond to it as well, man. And we just, Rudiger, just sign the thing, bro. Seriously, we can't see him leave. But I think, do you know what? I have a feeling that he's gonna stay. I do have a good feeling because I was reading from. Listen, forgive me if I'm wrong, but I do believe it was Matt Law that was saying that his preference, his focus is to go to stay with Chelsea.
Yeah.
Make it
we
happen.
even had Dimarzio and Fabrizio Romano speak yesterday, and Fabrizio Romano said his main thing is to stay.
Yeah.
But it's if he gets the right contract, and right now we're not close to that, but he wants to stay. So it's up to us. Give him what he wants and he's staying.
Yeah, that's it. Absolutely.
It's not hard.
Marina, you know what to do, man. Don't cheap out on this one. This is clearly one of the best centre-backs in the world, and it's hard to find them right now. And we've got to talk about one more of the academy boys, Reece James. What a finish, bro. What an absolute striker's finish.
Yeah, he can play number 9 as well then.
He's just a baller. But do you know the thing is though, Younes, you see when he got into that position, the first thing he said in your mind was this is going in the back of the net. Without a shadow of a doubt, I knew immediately what was coming. Yeah. And boy, did he do it, man. The way he just dinked him. Oh, cruel.
It was a striker's finish, man. And he scored that. And the first thing that popped into my head was, okay, let's get some perspective here. So, Alonso can play as a striker. Chilwell can play as a striker. Reece James can now do it. We got Rudiger bombing forward. It's crazy. All our defenders are mad. But Reece James, this is exactly why we wanted him back in the team playing as our right wing back. And this is why I've been screaming for him to come back and not have Aspie as a right wing back, because Reece James can bomb forward and contribute in that sort of manner. But the chemistry that he has with Mason Mount, and we're going to come to Mason, is phenomenal. That chemistry is crazy. I don't understand how that pass got to Reece James.
No, absolutely.
Like, it must have come from the training ground. They must have got that in sync where they don't even have to look to each other and they know where each other are. Because Mason received the ball, Reece is behind him. Reece has made the run. Mason hasn't seen it. He's turned and he's given it. He hasn't had that.
That's
he hasn't
it.
had the time to look. He just knows. And the weight on it was spot on.
Spot on.
Definitely come from Cobham. That was from the training ground. There's
No,
just
spot
no other
on.
way.
And just as you say that, man, literally both of our fullbacks were constantly doing that the whole game. They was getting in behind. We just pinned them back, bro. This is what I'm saying. It's like, yes, it's Norwich, but when you just analyze that performance, it's everything we've wanted in this Chelsea squad. It's our fullbacks that should be pinning back other teams. It's us that should be getting in behind, creating chances, scoring goals, and we saw that today. Chilwell, he just had to. Do you know? For me, at the beginning of the game, I said, right, it's at what point is Chilwell going to score? Whichever left wing back we have in that position, it's just like, right, what time? It's that time. It's coming.
Yeah.
Oh man, look, everybody had a fantastic performance.
You know what's mad about Chilwell as well? We're now in the same situation that we were with Alonso. So when Alonso was playing and we were looking at Alonso, you remember going, we can't drop him. It's nothing against Chilwell.
Yeah.
He's not playing, but it's nothing against him. He's not doing anything wrong. It's Alonso doing everything right. We can't drop him. And then eventually Chilwell gets a chance. Now we're in that same situation again. It's nothing against Alonso.
No,
he's not doing anything wrong. We can't drop Chilwell now. You know what I mean? Because he's doing things like that. So it's wonderful. It can't go wrong. This squad is just mad.
Yeah, it was just beautiful stuff. And then obviously the icing on the cake had to be the star boy Mason Mount, man. If there was any doubters, and yes, again, it is Norwich, but please just look at the football that this guy was playing. Mason Mount was literally everywhere, and he was just like a little midfield maestro, just conducting, just things just going through him, and then just he took his opportunities when they came to him. Lucky on the penalty, I will say. Tim Krul got done for encroachment, and I was actually very surprised that our Chelsea actually got given that decision. So I was like, okay, cool, second chance, took it anyway. Hat trick. Younes, talk to me. Mace, what a performance.
Class, man. Absolute class. And the thing with that performance wasn't just he had a good game or he done everything that was, required of him. It was the way that he done it. It was what he actually done. What I mean by that was his first goal was a shot from outside the box. We've been screaming for Mason to start doing that. He done it and he put it in the bottom corner. There's that. Him to be more central and start linking up the midfield with the attack. And he done that perfectly today, which is what we were talking about against Malmo before that, where we need that link. There's a presence that's missing there, and Mason was that today. His assist to Reece James was
beautiful, yeah.
Zidane.
Telepathic,
Zidane-esque. It was telepathic. So there's that. His energy and what he brings in terms of his press and all that, he does that every week anyway. But now you add everything that he done on the ball today, he was just phenomenal, man. Mason Mount today was class. And he got a hat-trick, his first hat-trick for Chelsea. So
deserved.
Very deserved. Man of the match, takes the ball. Unreal.
I mean, that first one, it just, the way he watched the ball just go across his body and he just picked his position, it was just stuff of beauty, man. Like because I watched the replay just over and over again to have the presence of mind to know where your guys are. Yeah. He had literally had two defenders in front of him and then one on the other side, but he was still composed enough to just watch that ball come across. He knew where the goalkeeper was, picked his bottom corner and put it away. Mason Mount definitely deserved man of the match for that game, man. And it just sets us up well just going forward, bro. The EFL, we've spoken about the EFL. Me personally, for me, that's neither here nor there. I don't mean to disrespect the tournament, but there's bigger fish to fry. We have Southampton. That's going to be a different test. I'm going to respect them a bit more because they're a decent team. If we win, which I'm still confident that we can do that, that's great. If we don't, I couldn't care less.
Yeah.
But how does this set us up going into Norwich? I mean, not Norwich, sorry, we just played them. Newcastle.
Let's play him again.
Let's have him every week.
Yeah,
let's have that's the plan. Let's have him every week. But we're gonna be going into Newcastle away. Honestly, I think we can do the same. Obviously, not 7 goals. I'll be happy to see 7 goals, but I think we can give them a battering as well.
To be honest, our fixture list is so in our favour. And especially this weekend, because I saw it yesterday. You've got Liverpool and Man United playing each other.
Yep.
You've got Man City and Brighton playing each other.
Yep.
You've got Tottenham and West Ham playing each other.
Yep.
That's 2nd until 7th, all playing each other. Teams are going to drop points, and we've just done this. I mean, it's beautiful. Going forward, we've got Southampton in the League Cup. We've got Newcastle away. We've got Malmo away. We've got Burnley. So those are all winnable. Realistically, the next 4 or 5 games we should be winning comfortably. It's up to us though. With a performance like today, though, what it brings is confidence. It brings momentum. It brings a very, very nice atmosphere within the team. It makes everyone, happy to be there, and everyone's clicking. And if they can keep this form up now, and we go on a nice little run, we could be in a very good position by Christmas.
Exactly.
That will be one hand on the Premier League title, I hope.
I mean, if you look at it this way, we've conceded the least goals in the Prem, and none of them being from open play.
Yeah.
Right. We've scored the most goals in the Premier League.
Yeah.
I still believe that we haven't even hit 100% yet.
No, that's the scary thing. No, we haven't.
That's what I'm saying.
And that's what I think others don't realize as well.
And then the run of fixtures we've had up until now has been the most difficult in the Prem. But again, like the way we like at the beginning of the season, no Chelsea fan was like, oh shit, it's going to be difficult. We was like, bring it on. Bring it on. Yeah. Now that we've got these injuries with Werner and Lukaku, it's never a good time to have an injury, but it doesn't look as bad, does it? Going forward. Because sorry to cut you off, but the next game, the next game that I'm really looking to and thinking, we're going to need our attackers is on the 22nd of November, which is away to Leicester. So that gives them a month to recover.
That tells you where we are right now, man. That tells you just how confident we are and who we are looking at, where our standards are. Our standards are so high right now, man. Our standards in the team, the players, what they're being demanded of them, Tuchel, us, the fans.
Yes.
I heard something really interesting by the commentary today. And funny enough, Glenn Hoddle on BT Sports actually done a good job today. Normally his commentary's a bit, but today he was actually really good. He said, it's funny, every time that a player gets a ball forward in the Chelsea team, near to the edge of the D, near the area, the crowd are all demanding, shoot.
Yeah.
And it goes up until the last minute of the game. And he was like, this is the standard that they have here at Stamford Bridge, man. This is where the fans are in terms of what they're demanding from the team. So it's all of us. Everyone's standard is high. And we're delivering. So going forward, as you said, Leicester, that's the next game that we're really looking at going, okay, this one might be a bit difficult. But the rest should be manageable. And the injuries came at a good time, to be honest. If we're talking about a blessing in disguise, it could be it. Because now you're getting Kai Havertz, who scored the last game, didn't play fantastic today, but you got Mason Mount firing, Hudson-Odoi firing, all these players that are coming in now and actually doing a good job. So long may it continue. No,
absolutely. And today just gave me the utmost confidence, man. But I know still very early in the season, and it's Norwich. But again, it's just like it's all things considered and how you look at things. It's perspective, man. I'm positive going forward, and it's like you said, these injuries, they did come at a good time, and when those guys are back, we're only going to strengthen. And listen to the rest of the Premier League, you better hope Chelsea don't click into 100% full gear, because we're going to be a very difficult machine to stop in all competitions as well, not just the Premier League.
Exactly. And if you take a performance like today, for example, if we were to carry that forward, and that includes a Lukaku firing goals, or, a Timo Werner that finds form and now is in the form of his life. If you add those little factors and we are all clicking at 100%, no matter who's on the pitch, it's scary. It's scary.
I saw some absolutely absurd comments on social media, and you might have even seen them. It's a lot of
Probably
people
have.
are saying Chelsea look a lot better without Lukaku in the team.
Yeah, I've seen that. I get where they're seeing the lenses that they have on and where they're seeing it from. I understand that, but that's not right. Like, don't get me wrong, it's sick. Like today was mad, even without Lukaku and Werner. But I think if Lukaku was in the team today, he's scoring.
Absolutely, and he's scoring more than one as well.
Yeah, so it's like this is where we have to really differentiate. You know, was it just the fact that Norwich were really poor, you know, and that we just decimated them, or you know, without Lukaku and without all of those guys, or is it a case of our squad's just really good? If Lukaku's here, we're banging in goals. If he's not here, we're banging in goals. Hopefully, it's that, because I think it's that. Lukaku is a top striker, man. If he's playing against Norwich, he's banging in goals, I think.
No, 100%. That's a stat padding game for him. It's as simple as that. One more thing I wanted to say before you left was obviously you brought up the fixtures that are coming up this week, and the biggest one that we'll be looking at is Liverpool versus Manchester United. Or is it the other way around? Are Manchester United at home?
I think it's Anfield. I can check this real quick. It is Old Trafford.
So Old Trafford. Now, this is the thing. I say this season after season, regardless of how bad Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is to me. When Manchester United play Liverpool,
it's a different
or they play Manchester City,
or
they even play Chelsea, forget what you've seen all season, because a different Manchester United is going to play. So if there's any Liverpool fans, I hope this don't come back to be egg in my face, but if there's any Liverpool fans out there that think that they're going to get away with a battering, I have a feeling you might be in for a surprise, to be honest with you. United, you can tell the players are going to be up for it more important than anything. Ronaldo obviously understands the history of that rivalry. Then you've got the academy boys like Mason Greenwood and that, who will definitely be up the game. Paul Pogba and so on and so forth. So it will be an entertaining game. Personally, I couldn't give a shit what the result is. I don't care, because I'm looking at Chelsea and I'm looking at my team and saying, we can get the job done. We don't really need to look behind them. Let's focus on what we're doing. But for the neutral, which is us, it's going to be an entertaining game to watch. But
I do think, realistically, we all look at this and go, Liverpool are going to win, right? But you're right. When it comes to this fixture, especially Man United Liverpool, that's their Classico.
Exactly.
That's their Chelsea Tottenham. You know, where the team you hate, like not the team that you see as a bigger rival, where there's respect and it's like, okay, it's a big game today, like a Chelsea Arsenal, for example, or a Chelsea Man City. There's no hate there. It's just you're a big club. Let's see, bragging rights.
That's it.
With Tottenham, it feels different. For Man United, with Liverpool, it's different. They despise each other. There's no respect. So, as you said, with Man United, form's out the window. They're going to show up tomorrow, but what I do suspect is Liverpool are going to show up too.
That's not trying to, I'm not trying to discredit Liverpool, because it's like I said, there's a very, very good chance that this could come back and bite me in the arse, and Liverpool might just batter them 5-6-1 or something like that, and that will be a statement in itself if they do that. But
with Atalanta doing what they did, and it was just a case of them not having the minerals to go 90 minutes, right?
That's it.
If Liverpool do that, United ain't winning.
That's it.
So it's like United need to go on the front foot from minute one. If not,
that's not
I think they're going to get punished.
Yeah, that's definitely not a game they can chase. So I agree with you on that one. But just what's your prediction for that match, out of interest?
It's mad. I still think a Liverpool win. It won't be destructive. It won't be a 7-0. That's for sure. I don't think we'll see that again this season. But I'm going maybe 2-1 Liverpool, 3-1 Liverpool, something like that.
Right. My head tells me 3-2 Liverpool. And my heart tells me 3-2 United.
Oh, okay.
It's a weird one, bro.
Ronaldo to score the winner, of course. Yeah?
That's what I mean. He might even. This is what I'm saying. He's just that quality of a guy. He might will turn up in beast mode and get a hat trick. He might just do it. Like he can do it, because look at the goal scorers that are on that field. It's disgusting. He can do it. Salah can do it. Greenwood, if he wants to step up, he could. I think he's got it in him to do something like that. Obviously, Mane can do that. It is going to be anyway. Listen, it's just like I said, for the neutral, it's going to be a crazy game to watch. I hope it doesn't disappoint, man. Honestly, so
fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. One thing I want to say as well, obviously moving forward, is that point about Chelsea having played big teams already, and we're top. We've played City, we've played Liverpool, we've played Spurs, we've played Liverpool away, we've played Spurs, we've played Arsenal. We've had those games and we sit first after 9 games.
That's
with
it.
A 4-point difference, and Liverpool got to win if they want to make it 1. So I'm just saying, all those other teams that are below us, they've all got to play each other. If we just keep up nice amount of form,
that's it. That's it.
I feel we can win the league, man.
No, I feel like we can. I feel like we can. It's still very early in the season, but
it's looking good.
Yeah, exactly. From what I've seen from my team, I think why not? Definitely. Why can't we win the league? Someone tells me we can't win it, I'm gonna ask them why. Show me why. But Younes, thank you very much for joining me on this, man. A fantastic day.
Man.
7-0, definitely a day to remember. Hopefully we'll be coming back at the end of the season as title winners and saying, yo, you remember that 7-0 performance and that set us straight for this title win. Hopefully it's that. But to everybody that's watching, thank you very much for tuning in. Make sure you do like, share, and subscribe. You know the deal with everybody's socials down in the details. Mine will be down there. Younes's will be down there. All clickable links. Make sure you do support the brothers them. You get me? But until next time, man, thank you very much for watching. Younes, thanks again for joining me on the channel, man. Take care, everybody. Bless.